everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. So today's video is going to be my January monthly favorites. I was kind of hesitant on whether or not I wanted to upload this just because I felt like I was kind of in the groove of just really using my makeup from my Shop My Stash, and so I feel like some of these items are going to be a lot of repeats, so just items that I've kind of spoken about before on my channel, and I never want to become annoying or too redundant, but I was just like, you know what, I'm going to talk about these anyways. So let's go ahead and jump in to the favorites. They are pretty much all beauty favorites. I have some skincare and then the rest is makeup. So let's go ahead and get started. So I do want to say that I'm really sorry if you can hear the work going on in the background. They're doing something on my street. I feel like they're always doing something on my street, so I do apologize for that, but hopefully you can pass through that. But I did want to talk about these two items from e.l.f. They are two skincare items. The first one is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Daily Cleanser. So this is pretty new to their line. They came out with the cleanser and the cleansing balm. And I kind of mentioned the cleansing balm before and how I don't really care for it. It's not my favorite. But this cleanser I actually really have been enjoying. It is 3.71 fluid ounces, so not quite 4 ounces, but I still think for the price you do get a decent amount of product in here. And I've really been enjoying this this cleanser. I really like it. It does have that same scent that a lot of the Holy Hydration line has. The Holy Hydration cream has the same scent. The cleansing balm also has the same scent. And so the scent doesn't really bother me. It is a really nice scent, but I will say for the moisturizer, I do prefer the unscented one. But I do like this. I think it's gentle enough. I think it's non-stripping. It does a good job at cleansing the skin. Keep in mind that I do use a cleansing balm before, so I don't really notice how well this does at taking off makeup, but I still really like it. I think it's a really nice, like, no fuss cleanser, so I wanted to talk about it because I've really been enjoying it for this month. This is a newer product to me, but I wanted to go ahead and talk about it anyways. So this is the e.l.f. Mint Melt Whipped Face Mask, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but yeah, it's just, you can kind of see it there, but basically this is a whipped face mask and it's supposed to be a little bit soothing and hydrating on the skin. It smells really, really good. It smells like vanilla mint. And I've used this one time, but I can already tell you that I'm going to love this mask so much. The reason I wanted to mention it in the favorites video is because I'm pretty good at figuring out what works for me, like, right away. And while I don't think this does anything like drastic for my skin, I will say that it's very soothing and calming on the skin. I absolutely love the color of it. I love just how my skin feels afterwards. And I also really love that even though it's like a clay mask kind of, usually those are a little bit harder to like rub off of the skin whenever you're like washing it off. I didn't have that issue with this one. And so I felt like afterwards my skin felt really soft and really, really nice and hydrated. And so I recommend this one. And again, e.l.f. is pretty affordable for the most part, so I feel like if you can get a really good mask at the drugstore, I highly recommend it, because masks are kind of a great way to kind of wind down and have a self-care and things like that. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about this one because you guys may like masking as well. But yeah, really have been enjoying this one from e.l.f. and I'm looking forward to continue using it. Okay, so I do want to talk about some fails as well. These are the only two fails that I have for the month. And this first one, it's kind of crazy because I thought I really loved this, but I think I'm finding out that I don't. And this is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer. This is in my Partners in Cream project that I am participating in, so I should have my update video posted in the next few days because I've only been doing it for 1 month so far. But this is in that project and I'm trying to basically finish it up. I don't have a lot of products left. You can kind of see here the window peeking through. So I just think this formula is a little bit too creamy for me. I feel like it really, really creases pretty badly underneath my eyes, and I feel like it doesn't really provide too much coverage. And I just don't really love this. I remember really liking it. I don't know if maybe just like my skin type has changed, or maybe because it had been a while since I've used it. Maybe it's even going bad. I don't know. But as soon as I finish this, I'm not going to repurchase it, just because, like I said, the formula and the consistency is just a little bit too creamy for my liking. So this is unfortunate, but it's okay because I am just trying to finish it up. So I know for sure that I can bear through it and just finish it up. And then once I'm done with it, then I won't be repurchasing it. Another product that I'm actually probably going to return at Sephora. It's kind of sad because I really had high hopes for it. This is the Rare Beauty Concealer, and the packaging is just super, super cute. I have the shade 170W, and I have to say the shade is part of the problem. It's part of the reason I don't love it. Whenever I was in store, I asked the employee if they could kind of help me find my shade, obviously because we can't test things right now. And I was really struggling with finding a shade for me with this concealer. It's not so much that she didn't have the range, it was just I felt like there were a lot of warm and cool shades, and there weren't a whole lot of neutral shades. And I am very much a neutral undertone. Usually that's what works best for me, and I feel like this just does not work for me. And I feel like the concealers, they run really light, and this just didn't work out for me. So I've tried it multiple times. I even like go in with just a small amount. I let it sit to maybe amp up the coverage, and then I blend it out, and it doesn't really look very good. And then by the time like I'm going through my makeup, like the rest of my makeup, I just feel like my under eyes look awful. And so like I'll add a little bit more, and like that kind of helps, but I want something to look good right off the bat. So I did pay full price for this one, and I believe I'm still in that window where I can return it and get my money back. So I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I try not to do that too much, but I have a lot of concealers, and so part of me thought, well, I'm just going to keep it because I bought it, I've used it. But the thing is, like, I'm still in the window, and if I can return it, get my money back, I'm just gonna do that because I don't like it, you know? I don't even think, like, as much as the shade bothers me, I also feel like it's just the formula. I just don't care for it that much. And yeah, I'm really sad about it, especially because I'm super intrigued by Rare Beauty. I'm really into the brand. I'm very like enthused by the releases they come out with, but this just did not work out for me. Sticking with concealer, this is one that I've actually really been enjoying. This is from Marc Jacobs. I did pick this up at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, one of the two, last month, so in December. This is the Accomplice Concealer, and I do have the shade Fair 10, and I've seen these still in TJ Maxx and Marshall's, so if you're interested, I highly recommend. But this is what it looks like. It's just a stick concealer, but wow, does this really help with covering up acne. I struggle with acne right here on my jawline just because of the masks, I'm assuming. And so this really helps with covering those up. Obviously, I go in with my skincare, you know, so I'm not just, you know, ignoring the fact that I have these breakouts, but the skincare helps. But of course I still have like the pigmentation and things like that, the redness. And so whenever I'm wanting to go just a little bit extra glam, or maybe I'm going with like a lighter coverage foundation, I like to go in with this concealer and blend it out with a brush just to get a little bit fuller coverage. But I've really been enjoying this one. I want to say they had a pretty good range at TJ Maxx and Marshall's as well. I saw fair, I saw light, I believe I also saw some deeper tones. So if you can find this at TJ Maxx and Marshall's, I highly recommend that you pick it up. I think this concealer is actually on sale at Sephora as well. So if you can't find it at TJ Maxx and Marshall's, try there if you want. But yeah, I've really been enjoying this one, and I also love the packaging. It just looks so luxe, and it looks kind of like a bullet lipstick. It's just so cute. So I've really been enjoying this one. I really like the formula and consistency. It's just very easy to blend, and it's really great coverage. So this is a product that I really felt like, should I talk about it? But I'm gonna talk about it. I'm definitely beating a dead horse here, but I'm sorry if you've heard this 1,000 times, but I love it so much. This is the Wet n Wild Contour Makeup Stick. I have the shade Oaks on You. And this is just such a great formula. I highly recommend this. If you have been like considering getting the Milk Makeup one, I recommend this one. Just grab this one because one, the Milk Makeup one comes with so much product that I feel like you're going to never use that up. Like I feel like it's going to expire before you actually use it up. And so this one doesn't come with as much. And so I feel like you could actually use this one. I don't know how the shade range is. If you can find your shade, I highly recommend it. If the Milk Makeup one works better for you, I love both and I highly recommend both. This one is obviously considerably cheaper, and I just think it's a really great formula at the drugstore. And yeah, I just highly recommend it. I was in my Shop My Stash. I've really been enjoying it. I love it. I feel like every time I use it, my makeup comes out so beautiful. So yeah, I just wanted to mention it. I'm sorry if it's too redundant, but here we are. So this is another face product. It's a like little duo. I did get this, so I didn't get it for Christmas, although I did ask for it for Christmas. But I ended up seeing it at, I think it was on Net-a-Porter's site. And so I went ahead and snagged it up. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. It's the mini one. And this is what it looks like. Super beautiful packaging. As well. Really do enjoy that. This, I will say, I'm not super in love with the contour. Like, I like it. It's just, I'm not like in love with it yet. But this highlight, I am so in love with. This highlight is so stunning. I don't know if this is available anymore, the mini, but I obviously know the full sizes, but it is significantly more expensive. So I do apologize for that. But if you have the mini, I mean, let me know if you're loving it. I'm loving it. I really do like it. I'm really glad that I snagged it up whenever it was still available. But this makes me think that the full size is probably even better, because I've heard that this doesn't compare to the full size as far as like formula goes, but this still works really well for me. I still really like it. So I'm really glad that I picked it up, and I think I even got it on sale, which was great. So have been enjoying this one, especially the highlighter for sure. So we are almost finished. I do have another highlight that I want to talk about. So this product was in my Shop My Stash. This is not a newer product by any means. It's fairly old actually in YouTube terms, or YouTube time. But this is one of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors, and I have the shade Opal. This is just a mini that I have here, and I just really have been enjoying this formula. I think it's so nice, and the shade Opal is also really nice. It's probably not my perfect shade because it is a little bit deeper than I would probably prefer, but that's okay. I had just really been enjoying this one. I really like the formula. I love that it doesn't emphasize texture, that it's not too, like the formula and the consistency, I feel like it really just like sinks into the skin. It's not something that looks like it's just sitting on top. So I've really been enjoying it for that reason. But also I just feel like the colors that Becca has is really nice. I will say though, get a mini if you can. Do not get a full size unless you can get it like at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, just because this is so much highlighter. Like I don't think you'll ever, what? I don't know if you'll ever be able to finish it. Like it's just, it's so, I don't want to say it's so intense, but it's very pigmented that whenever you go in with it, I don't even know, like I don't think I even dip in twice, but I've really been enjoying this. I'm glad that I pulled it into my Shop My Stash, and it's kind of like tempting me to want to grab my other Becca highlighter minis that I have and use those. But yes, Opal is super stunning and the formula is really nice. And my final product, this is a pretty short one video wise, but and I'm sorry that none of this is like really exciting. None of this is really new makeup, but I am not buying new makeup right now, and so I'm really just enjoying shopping my stash. I'm really enjoying just rediscovering new favorites and rediscovering old loves that I once had within my collection, and this is one of them. This is from BH Cosmetics. This is one of their, excuse me, this is from Bare Minerals. Where did BH Cosmetics come from? This is from Bare Minerals. This is their Gen Nude Powder Blush in the shade Let's Go Nude. This is one that I did pick up from TJ Maxx and Marshalls a while back, but I have to say these blushes are still being sold there. This is just such a beautiful blush. I love this one so much. This is probably my favorite one that I do have from the line. I just think that this goes with so many different eyeshadow looks, so many different even like highlighters, things like that, because it's a really nice nude shade. So many different lip colors. I just really have been enjoying this, especially the formula. I feel like the formula is also pretty long wearing. I noticed that whenever I do wear this, it does last a pretty long time. So if you can find these at TJ Maxx, I highly recommend them. But honestly, if you can get like a 20% off like prestige coupon at Ulta, or if you can get 20% off or 15% off at Sephora, or even get these on sale on their site, I recommend snagging them up. It's a really great formula, and they also have really, really stunning colors. So that is going to complete my January favorites. Once again, I'm sorry that they were kind of like older products, but I'm shopping my stash right now and I'm really, really loving it. I hope that's what you enjoy. That's kind of what my channel is being focused on right now, just because I am holding off on purchasing new makeup. Comment down below what your favorites were for the month of January, even if you had some fails. And if you tried some new makeup as well, let me know how you've been enjoying some new products. But I love you guys. I look forward to hearing from you guys in the comments, and I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye.